Okay, welcome guys. Today I'm going to start file. I'm going to discuss what do you mean by file. Now you and I create so many files, isn't it? On various application, and basically file is what? It is nothing but a collection of information and data, isn't it? And basically we store it on a hard drive, on our USB drives, anything. Means you can just say it is a media, and it will take some input, it will then store it, and maybe it will give the input to the some application. So how will you define file? It is nothing but a collection of information and data. Let us discuss what are the attributes of files. I am sure that you are quite aware of the attributes of the file. So let us see one by one. First attribute is the name. Obviously, isn't it? Like every file will have a name for its identification. And you know that in one directory, you cannot have the same name of the file, isn't it? Then second attribute is identifier. Like you have to know which type of file it is. Like a text file will have extension of .txt, or say suppose a video file is there, it will have an extension of .mp4, or some other application will have their own extension. So identifier helps us which type of file it is. Then third is the type. Like I have already told you, in identifier there will be extension. So type here, you will categorize the different types of files, like some may be video files, some may be audio files, some may be text file, some may be executable files, like that. Then fourth is location. Obviously you are going to store the file, so maybe you will be storing it on your hard drive or your pen drive or some other location. So this is also one of the attribute of the file. After that is the size, isn't it? Like if you right click on a particular file, you get all the file properties, isn't it? So there, whether the file is in KB, MB, GB, that is mentioned there. Then sixth is protection. So maybe the administrator of the computer, maybe it wants to protect the file, then it will assign some permissions, like we have done in our Linux commands, isn't it? Like some files may have only read only permission, some may have read and write, and some may have read, write and execute permission for different groups of users. And the last attribute of the file is the time and date. Like when a particular file was created, at what time, at what date, and then at what time it was modified, everything is stored in the operating system. So basically these are the 7 attributes of the file. Then next we are just going to discuss what are the different file operations that we usually do. So either we create the file, or we write into that file, or we read from that file, or reposition the file. Reposition means what? There is a file pointer. So maybe you want to move the position of that particular file pointer within that particular file. So that is also one file operation. Then we may delete a file, and or we may truncate a file. And what is the difference between this delete and truncate? So in delete, we will actually delete this particular file. But in truncate, what will happen? The contents will be deleted, but file attributes will be there. And maybe then contents may be modified. So this is the difference between delete and truncate. So in truncate, attributes will remain of that file. Maybe the content you may delete it, or you may then later on change it, isn't it? And in delete, you actually remove it from your hard disk space or your USB space. So these are the different file operations, and I think you are quite familiar with this. Means we daily do our work on the files, isn't it? So that is what we do usually on our operating system. Then afterwards, let us see types of the file. Like here, if you categorize the files, so basically files could be categorized into, one will be ordinary file. This will be our regular files that we create, and it usually will contain the user information, and this may be anything normal, our notepad file or our database or any exe file. And then user can do various operations on these files, like particular user may add, modify, delete or remove the entire file. Then second category is the directory file. So basically when we create a simple files, it is stored in the directories, isn't it? Directories means our folders, isn't it? So this will store the different files and other information related to these files. So these are the two categories. Then other than this, we are having some special files. So these includes device files, another name for that. And this is actually present for every physical device like our disk, terminal, printer, network, tape drive, etc. And within this special files, there are two types. One is character special file. So this is particularly for our terminals or printers. And another type is the block special files. So these are just means when you are writing the data in blocks in case of disk or tapes. So these files are related to that. So basically when I say special files, it means device files. Means in another ways you could say it is related to your drivers. And you know that without drivers you cannot access any of your hardware. So basically these special files are your device files. So we have seen actually three types. One is our ordinary file, second is our directory, and third is the special files, which are also known as the device files. Now next I will show you. This is what we usually deal with, isn't it? So there is nothing too much more to explain in this. Like here file type first is executable. So it will you have the usual extension of exe, com or bin. And this actually what it does, it just runs the program. Then there may be object files. So whenever you are compiling it, then you compile it into object files. Then there may be source code of C, C++, Java, etc. Then there may be batch files, text files, word processor, library, archives or multimedia. So these are the different some examples of file types. We daily deal with these types of files, isn't it? And we work on them. Then after this, next, this is one sample structure, isn't it? Basically, there is a root directory. Means in Windows, this is usually our C drive. If you have installed Windows on C drive, and then within the C drive multiple directories are there. Within directory, depending on you may have stored a file or you may have created another folder, isn't it? And that is nothing but your subdirectory or subfolder. Then within that subfolder there may be some more files. So this is one typical file structure existing on your hard drive.